Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Token Games Podcast. I'm your host and friendly neighborhood referee, Zach Stat Pearson, and today I'm joined by the new challenger / newcomer, he whose claws come from the god of death, a one Death Claw.
Hey, how y'all doing all? I'm just a random person from the internet, but quite an eye on everything.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's get into those topic explanations. Topic 1. Sports games have the creativity of a flat tire and the malfunctions of a virus-filled PC, or at least the ones made by big corporations. It's obvious that sports games are terrible if licensed due to a litany of reasons, but here's what I can't figure out and want your opinion on. Why is no one making an artistic take on these sports except extreme skateboarding in your opinion? Topic 2. VR is inherently premium, at least until fairly recently. It's never not attached to having a decent high-end PC or a full game system. However, the mass market and gaming hobbyists still do not own or intend to own a VR system. Do you think there is a set price point they need to hit before it can gain mass appeal? With the gaming consumers? Or should they do something else like make their own VR system out of box, no extra attachments needed to boost interest more? Topic 3. Marvel What If Season 1 has concluded. Did we like it? Hate it? And what new series do you want to see continue or happen next season? Oh, sorry, not season. What new stories do you want to see continued or happen next season? In case y'all still haven't seen Marvel What If, do you think 3D audio on game systems without a VR system is actually going to be utilized? Or will it be this generation's failed novelty feature? Why or why not? All right, so I'm going to go down to topics for starters, just so you can get a feel of how things go. Generally speaking, I'm not going to interrupt your opinion or edit your opinion at a later date. But if possible, try to keep your answer under 4 or 5 minutes or under 6 minutes since you're new. And it stops people from rambling if they know that they have a specific time limit they need to stay within. All right, so for me, as far as topic 1, I hate to say it, but I think the main reason these artistic sports games aren't happening is because some corporate fuckboy or some chairperson who doesn't run anything or play video games thinks that they're cannibalizing their own competition or they're cannibalizing their own market if they do that. I literally think that's what it is. We could have 1,000,000,001 first-person shooters from one company all the little long day. But literally, I think someone just said, oh, well, shit. There's no more NFL Blitz. There's no more SSX Tricky. There's no more insert your favorite non-licensed international sports game title here. Well, since we bought the license to the entirety of the concept of NFL, NHL, NBA, yada, 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 if anybody else shows up and does anything, we're going to take it as a threat, or we're going to make sure they can't get published to the mainstream. And I know that sounds like conspiracy theory cabal stuff, but no, it's simple idiot economics. I think my company should be the only company that makes this product. Hence why I got a license to make sure no one else could make this same product. So if my company publishes or makes a deviation of that product, I feel like that could take away from my money. Even though product deviations are as common as a fucking fly buzzing around a pile of shit in every other industry. There is no car company in this world that is functional that only makes one type of car, one type of model. But here we are in the world of the virtual, and asshole's gonna asshole. So yeah, I hate to say it, but I genuinely think it's just something simple as corporate assholes decide that they don't want to do it because they think it's competition. Now, topic 2. Okay, I think the biggest issue is how people perceive enjoyment of a video game. And let me explain what I mean by that. I think the biggest problem is that there are people who do not want to fuck with motion controls while they're gaming. Or if they do, they want them to be extremely limited, come from your controller, or maybe a certain section of your controller. And they don't have a reason to give a fuck. It's not because there's not really no big names on VR. In fact, fucking Half-Life and Resident Evil 4 are on VR now. I think it's because when people get home from work and they want to relax, watch some Netflix, bang their wives, maybe cook a little food, get you a little snack, or if it's the weekend, you're tired, the kids asleep, they're not trying to go high energy and possibly sweat their ass off in VR world. I think it's just that simple. They have nothing in that format of gaming that it appeals to them directly. So I don't think it's a price point anymore. I don't think it's fucking anything other than a lack of genuine interest in moving while you're gaming. Now, topic 3. Okay. I like most of it, especially anything that had to do with Doctor Strange. But I'm tired of seeing the same motherfuckers. Please have season 2 of the What Ifs deal with anybody that's not a fucking Avenger. You have the X-Men. You have Fantastic Four in pre-production. You have the Eternals. You could have had people that aren't Avengers who fuck with the Avengers. We got Kat Dennings all over the Thor episode. That motherfucker got drunk and fucked Howard the Duck. She fucked the duck, literally. I want to see an expansion of who and what characters show up. Don't just force feed me the same goddamn characters you put in TV show after cartoon show after Saturday morning garbage, low quality bullshit after bullshit, okay? I really just want an expansion of who we see, not alternate versions of them. Topic 4. Okay, topic 4. Do you think 3D audio on game systems without a VR system is actually going to be utilized? Or will it be this generation's failed novelty feature? Why or why not? The why or why nots. We haven't done those in a very long time. All right, so I'm going to just come out and say it. Whether it's intentional, whether it's unintentional, whether it's an experiment, whether it was an overblown farce, or it was ahead of its time. There will always be something in technology or just human nature that is made and developed that backfires or misfires. The guy who invented the gun didn't design a way for people to not shoot themselves with the gun. Shit's gonna happen. Now here's the thing about 3D audio though. I don't think it's going to be used for games. I think it's going to do what it always does. I think new and advanced audio techniques, depth, quality, all this good shit is going to be it's going to be used for the moviegoers. It's going to be used for people who use their PlayStation 5 as their 8K or their 4K Blu-ray player. That's what I know that's going to happen. Because 3D audio inherently can only be used by people who want to wear headphones while they're gaming. And it's not going to be heavily utilized for the people who are, deep immersed into the Call of Duty first person shooter, everything blends together because it's WW2 or sci-fi war bullshit. Can they use it? Yes. Will they use it? Fuck no. And I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of them only have the ear cup for one side. 3D audio does not work properly when you only got mono. We all know that. Mono is singular and the shit's called 3D audio. But do I think it is completely useless and trash and going to be left on the wayside? Oh, fuck no. I just saw the most life-changing movie I've seen since Blade Runner 2049, which is getting a TV show on Toonami, I think, this November. I saw Dune. The characters have a supernatural ability that has to do with audio distortion and frequency manipulation that makes people obey them. I watched it in a Dolby sound room with 3D audio, bro. Holy fucking shit. Also, if you go see Dune, make sure you see it in a 3D audio or a Dolby sound audio room, because it'll terrify you in the good way. The potential is there, but will it be utilized as in cared about? Fuck no. First and foremost, just in the past 15 to 20 years, the gaming industry had to adapt to 1080 gaming, 720 gaming, uncompressed audio with HDMI, proper and stable internet play, and not just on a PC, gyroscopic and three-dimensional physical motion affecting the games in the real world, trigger manipulation sensitivity, just to name most of the new shit that's happened. And now you want to throw 3D audio in there, which is not a gaming feature. It's not an interactive feature. I can't physically hit a button and create 3D audio. Someone has to design where it's going to go off. And to top it off, I got to get a fucking $100 pair of headphones to be able to utilize this shit properly? And it's really only going to be used properly for maybe 2 games? Oh, shit.
Oh, hello there.
Hey, Tanaka.
Yeah, I heard the announcement, but I guess
More blood for the blood god.
Okay, so yeah, I misread the Dune time for being 1 hour and 40 minutes, and it was actually 2 hours and 30 minutes. So,
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, so that's on me. However, we're also recording tomorrow, so if you're sleepy, I can check on you tomorrow. But if you're good, we can continue.
Sure. Maybe.
I don't know what you're telling me.
Depends. We'll see what happens.
Okay, well, first and foremost, I don't know if you saw the topics that I tried to give you, but I'm just going to copy paste them to you real quick. And if it makes you feel any better, you can go last, so that way you don't feel like a chicken with its head cut off.
Let's see. You say we're doing past jokes or funny stories about our time?
Life story. Okay, so yeah, another thing I do on my channel is called Life Stories. And season 2 finished like 2 months ago, but I'm doing an end of the year special, but I'm me. I want to record my end of the year special and edit everyone into it early, just because in December, me and my homies don't really like to do shit past the first week, and then we pick back up in January. So even though we're going to record this like this weekend and throughout next week, it's not even going to air until like the first day or the second day of December. But that one's funny as shit because, again, it's hilarious life stories and shit. There's like 2 different playlists, season 1 and season 2 on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and apparently also Verbal. I didn't know I was on Verbal, but apparently I'm on Verbal. But I digress.
That Raid Shadows Legends fucking... All that's left is that Raid Shadow Legends fucking promo going on right there on that shit. Oh my god,
I fucking hate... 2 ads on YouTube I hate the most. The fucking baby hippo on TikTok. I've seen it over 700 times, and Raid Shadow Legends promotions. Anyways, so yeah, if you don't have anything to say about these topics, that's fine. Feel free to ask questions, or just let us finish up, and I can make sure the schedule goes straight for tomorrow because, well, I don't got work tomorrow and the day after that, and everything can go initially as planned, I should say. And I also sent you a copy of the questions. Now, yeah, so in closing, the way I view 3D audio is that it's here to stay, but its importance is going to be practically non-existent because if you're not wearing a VR headset, which most people aren't, and if you're not watching a fucking movie, like a 4K movie or an 8K movie on your PlayStation 5, no one wakes up in the morning and says, hey, I really want to spend an extra $100, if not more, on these fucking audio headphones that always end up sitting in a game store or a Best Buy collecting dust. I'm pretty sure we all remember the days when the PlayStation 2 controllers were price never dropped, and they were the only controllers that no one was buying because no one wanted to pay the price for them when everyone and their mom, third party wise, was making stuff that was better or had more abilities and was cheaper. 3D audio headphones are the next thing on that list. However, for the audio world, it's going to stay. It's not going nowhere. But for gamers, we genuinely don't give a shit. I still meet people with a PlayStation 5 or even a fucking 4, and they didn't know that the headphones that Sony released do 3D audio because none of the games care about 3D audio. Well, the ones people like to play. Okay. All right. With that being said, I'm going to go to Push to Talk, and Death Clock God, you can put yourself on voice activity and let us know how you feel about topics 1 through 4.
Alrighty. Now, speaking about topic 1, which is sports games. Now, sports games, piggybacking off you, it's a lot like Call of Duty. Thing is about sports games, it's a lot like fantasy football. Now, fantasy football is a lot like those people that think that D&D is stupid, but yet they're playing D&D when it comes to sports games. People just keep on buying that shit because they can put the players that they want on the team that they want while they're playing that game. And that shit sells like Call of Duty every day because it's complacency. I mean, it's lazy and people will play it. It sells. It's just that plain fucking stupid. Now, topic 2, talking about VR. Now, I'm going to get into deep shit on this one. Now, when VR first released, as VR was releasing, we had animes like Sword Art Online. And Sword Art Online gave us this conception of VR where we could just jump into a game and have a certain avatar, where we could be that certain avatar without having to try much. When in reality, it's just a workout game where you're doing everything your character's doing while your body's doing it. And that shit's exhausting. I mean, I come home from work, I want to play video games. It's an escape from real life. I don't want to work out. I don't want to work. I don't want to do shit. I just want to sit in front of something and escape life. Escapism, as you may call it. Now the what if? Not gonna lie, that shit was amazing. I mean, I like the concepts and all that stuff. I was just a bit disappointed because I was hoping more shit from the comics coming up. Not just the shit that we already know from the MCU. I was hoping some Fantastic Four. I was hoping shit from when the Zombies episode came out. I was hoping something more from the comics from zombies, actual thinking zombies rather than your brainless, I'm gonna eat your flesh type of zombies. But no, we got the generic zombie apocalypse bullshit. There was a lot of potential when it came to the what if episodes and whatnot. And Marvel really let us down because we just got the same of the old shit instead of getting something different. Like when I thought of the what if, I was thinking like, what if Wolverine was an Endgame? Or what if Deadpool showed up halfway through the Avengers movies? But no, we just got generic shit. It was kind of lame. Now, 3D audio. I have owned those really expensive Sony headphones in a time that did have the 3D audio. Not gonna lie, it makes the game more immersive but at the same time, it's really overlooked by a lot of games. And what's the point of having this 3D audio shit going on when nobody gives a fuck about it? I mean, like you said, Sex, it's a game. You want to be immersed in it, especially if it's an RPG. And when 380 audio, when the developers don't give a shit about it, when the opportunity is offered to them, they just skip right over it. Oh, shit! My button skipped. Where was I? Because I was in the middle of a rant.
You was basically talking about how 3D audio means nothing to a lot of gamers.
Exactly. Because developers don't put any effort into it. I mean, 3D audio, when you think about it, you want to hear stuff like you hear in real life. More or less like you hear a pin drop on the other side of the room on your left hand side, you want to hear it on the left hand side. Thing is that when 3D audio comes into play in those really expensive headsets, you hear it all around. And it just doesn't feel as immersive as it would, like, per se, somebody's hitting a hammer and an anvil to your left-hand side. You're not going to hear the echo all around. You're just going to hear it on your left-hand side, rather than hearing it immersive like. A lot of developers can put this effort into that audio as they would, but as per se they would real life. And it's exhausting. I mean, you spend this much money on headphones for this audio quality that just doesn't sound as realistic as you wish they would.
I'm legit about to look up how much them damn things cost.
To be honest with you, you're looking about $150 to $250, depending on the make and model.
No, I'm specifically looking at the PS5 brand. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. $100 goddamn dollars. No, thank you.
I mean, it's the same shit with sports games too, man. I mean, people are buying sports games because it's shit that they know, just like Call of Duty. I mean, when you buy a Call of Duty game, what the fuck are you expecting? You're just getting the same fucking game in different colors. You know, same shit, different paint job.
Yeah, they started doing that on the Nintendo versions. They put the words for a new year on the front of the cover, but the back of the box, it tells you this is literally the same game that we released last year, and people still fucking buy it. Like, I thought it was a joke, but I went in to a game store to find the boxes, and it actually says that.
I mean, just look at any sports games. Let's take a look at FIFA or the NFL games or any game in general. It's the same shit, just whatever players are in the team at the time of development. It's still the same fucking game, still the same fucking mechanics, and people still buy that shit. And I mean, they buy it every fucking year.
Well, I always thought that was hilarious. Okay, well, that brings us to the end. Tanaka, did you want to try your hand at any or all of the topics, or are you good?
Let's see.
This isn't a live recording, even though it says live recording channel, so feel free to take your time.
So, let's see, what we're doing.
Yeah, we're not streaming shit. We're just literally, this is how I get the edits done. I never broadcast or stream. I record the edits. Record the whatever I record, and then after that, I just edit it, put some nice background music on, and put up some gameplay footage.
Hey, Sex. Just like a quick critique. I feel like podcast would be a lot better if we had like a bit more of a conversation. Like when we talk about the topics.
Oh no, that normally happens, but I fucked up the timing. So most of the chatty Cathys are either asleep or playing video games.
I see. I just let you talk over your rant because I did want to step in on a few things like
if you got a question or if you have a interjection, the literal term for it, it's perfectly fine. Like I said, as long as you're not a dick about it. If you ask anybody a question, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna answer it for you.
Right. So I mean, let's say this tonight is just a test trial, and tomorrow we actually go in full blown on this.
Well, to be fair, tomorrow, like I said, is the funniest balls life story stuff. So if you got questions or whatnot, go ahead and ask them now. Because like I say, if there's dead time in the video, I'll just edit it out so it looks like it all flowed smoothly.
I got you. I forget you have pretty solid editing skills.
Well, that, and you got to remember, this ain't my first rodeo. I've been doing this now, 4 years. People just think we just started because we just now getting on Spotify, but no, we've been doing this 4 years.
You got to remember, I haven't been on a podcast in
No, ever. I know. It's perfectly fine. And both of you have never been on this podcast. There's no special thing I'm going to hold you accountable for or nothing like that.
Yeah, the thing is, just make it be sure that my opinion about sports games is solid. It's the same as with
sports. Oh, man.
Yeah, literally sports games is the equivalent. And I haven't said this to y'all, but if any of you knew me or know my personal life and shit, I even said, I think sometimes back when we were in the barracks in the military, playing a sports game is like the literal equivalent of beating a dead horse. Every time you hit that horse, does it bring it back to life? No. You just beat the horse. Was there a point to you beating the horse? No. But you still beat the horse. Yeah. But you already won because it's dead. Yeah. But you still beat the horse. Yeah. And then it goes in the fucking loop. That's how I view all sports games. And I don't mean that in the sense that sports games are garbage. I mean that in the sense that if it's owned by a giant corporation, they're not trying to give you quality anymore. They're trying to get you to gamble. All the creative stuff died like mid-2000s.
That just sounds like a casino.
That's the sad part. Bro, one of my little cousins, before I broke the disc, one of my little cousins showed me an NBA 2K game, and I let his dad watch, like, show him how you get new characters. Bro, they literally put a slot machine on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to say that it's not fucking gambling.
It's fucking EA, man. EA is just being... They pretend to be stupid, but they're not. We fucking know about that, you know?
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't joking about that FIFA shit, bro. Their last 4 Nintendo Switch or Nintendo FIFA games literally were the game of a previous year with a different cover on it, and they tell you on the back. I'm like, are you shitting me right now? So, yeah, like,
it's really funny for me because, like, right here where I'm living at the moment, there's a shit ton of casinos, right? Everybody says it's a fun thing, new game, yada yada.
Vegas?
No, I'm in New Mexico.
Oh yeah, they actually got pretty fucked up gambling down there too.
And here's the fucked up about gambling. They say, oh, it's entertainment, like you call it. It's the same shit as you playing your video games. Like, I play RPGs. I play for the story. Once I beat the story, I get bored of it and toss the game aside. But I got my money's worth out of it. But when it comes to sports games and casinos, they're literally the same shit. Over and over, just different paint job.
That's very accurate.
It's like you're going to keep tossing your money over and over into it. And then you're going to come in with this cash things like, hey, throw some money into us, with this fucking loot boxes and stuff. And
this is something I found out 3 days ago, and I was laughing at it for literally almost 3 days. So peep this. So I told my friends, hey, well, he wanted to get some character, and he was mad he didn't get him. He'd been trying to get him all week. I was like, hey, worst case scenario, you'll get him eventually because the characters roll over every year. They don't fucking roll over every year. That is insane. So if you get every single character, let's just say in FIFA 2019, in this space you spent $300. Guess what? You're doing it again next year. Get the absolute fuck out my face with that shit. I'm going to start saying it now. Get the absolute fuck out. That sounds fun to say.
Yeah.
Put that on a fucking t-shirt, why don't you?
Yeah, it's just like the sad thing about fucking EA now these days. Just like, oh, they see the whole gadget thing going on and just like, hey, you know what? We're going to do it all the time now, no matter what.
Honestly, EA has just become EA has just became a casino for gamers, which is sad.
And now they're losing the title of. You guys know that they're gonna lose the title for FIFA.
I can't tell you how fucking happy my theoretical boner was when I heard that shit. And I don't play FIFA games. I don't give a shit about FIFA. Yes, I'm a North American. It's kind of sort of woven into our DNA. I ain't apologizing. What I'm getting at, though, is I'm happy because this means other people who want to put effort into a soccer game can actually do it now. Remember, y'all may not remember this, but I do. The primary reason they wanted to buy the license is because people started realizing, oh shit, the Sega series of fucking video games, sports games, are really fucking good. And they were coming up with inventive ways to play the game. Special techniques and mechanics. And, well, EA was like, oh shit, is that competition? Oh no, we take the Disney approach to competition. If we can't buy you, we gon' fuck you. No lube. That's actually what happened. But people don't remember because it was in like 2007 or something. It was a long time ago.
On a galaxy far, far away.
Fuck, 2005. I don't even think I was an adult back then.
Listen, I will be honest with you, all right? This is a dirty little secret of mine. I've actually bought a FIFA game once. I like soccer. About 7-8 years ago.
You're excused because they probably didn't suck back then.
Here's the thing. I'm a soccer fan. You know, I like football, like they call it. You know, I'm Mexican. I like watching sport. And I played it, but I never played it by myself. Usually when I played the game, I was playing it multiplayer with somebody else in the room.
I mean, I'm not hearing the downside to that. You had fun, it didn't suck, and it wasn't filled with child manipulative gambling. Oh, by the way, now this, I know everyone thinks this is a step in the right direction, but I'm looking at this shit like, motherfucker, do you know how late you are? It's like if we ever get free healthcare, my first response isn't going to be, yay, we got it. It's going to be, wow, that fucking took forever. So apparently, there's like 10 senators or congressmen that literally sent a cease and desist for gambling directly to executive heads and CEOs of these big gaming companies to do this shit. Like, bitch, just make a fucking law. Oh, we technically already did. They're using a loophole. Bitch, close the loophole. But I'm just like, are you just now did that shit? They've been doing this for over 10 years.
Listen, I'm breaking nice and simple Barney style for you, all right? Anybody that knows me knows that there's two things in this life that I hate. That's gambling and strip clubs.
Did not see that coming.
Here's the thing, though. You know, we got the internet nowadays. If I wanted to see a naked chick dancing, I'd just go on the internet and Google that shit. In gambling, it's just a waste of money. I mean, even in boxing, I'm a huge boxing fan. I love boxing. And I've always loved boxing since I was a kid. Thing is that nowadays, I can tell you who's going to win a boxing match just by how much money they got. I mean, just look at Just look at Mayweather, all right? I used to like Mayweather when he was pretty boy. But once he became, I used to like Mayweather when he was pretty boy. But once he became Mayweather, he was shit.
Bro, like, his last 2 fights, everyone knows were fucking rigged. But what gets me is that we're acting like they're not, which is disturbing. Because the internet exists, that man reads at a pre-K level, and I'm not saying that as a joke. He literally reads at the speed level that is associated with people who are 1 year old or younger, which is fucking disturbing. But we all know he fixed the fight. In fact, the Pacquiao fight, we literally know that it got fixed. The fucking referee confirmed, no, Pacquiao won, but we're acting like he's just like the patron saint of boxing. And then he does his fight with, I don't care if it's Logan and Jake, all Pauls look alike to me. And I actually watched the fight, but for some reason his brother is online saying that his brother went 50-0 and beat Mayweather. And I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, oh, this man literally can't fucking read too.
Listen, I'm gonna give you a fight that a lot of people can't say is rigged or not rigged, right? I followed Canelo Alvarez for a long time, since he started his career. I followed him. Anyways, he's a Mexican boxer. I think it was a medium weight, welterweight, or whatever. And this kid can box. But during the Triple G fight, I can tell it was bullshit. Now I bet it for Alvarez, because I knew he was gonna win, because he had deep pockets. Thing is, so Triple G got that fight, hands down. And everybody thinks I'm fucking crazy just because I won the fucking money.
Okay. All right. Well, that being said, this brings this newbie edition of Token Games Podcast to an end. I will literally or figuratively catch you guys tomorrow in case you're in a time zone where it's already tomorrow. And try not to eat while you're listening to the story. Apparently, I have to say this now because people messing up their keyboards and they trying to get salty, or they trying to get I'm mad, but it's funny salty at me because they laughed so hard they spilled shit or choked shit. So I'm saying it now since you guys are new. Do not eat or drink during funny stories, because I cannot be held responsible for what happens to your keyboard or your monitor because, well, I'm not broke, but I'm just not going to pay to replace them.
Listen, here's the thing. When we're doing the funny things, I'm gonna tell you the story of the possum and the bear.
Okay, well,
just saying.
That's fine. Just remember, it'll probably be segmented into a future episode, because even though we can record more than one story at a time, I always segment them so that way I can get more episodes over time. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for showing up. Tanaka, I'm sorry, but Dune took over my life, and I want to say I feel bad for letting you guys down, but that movie was really fucking good, and so are the 8 books, and I think 200 comic pages. But yeah, you should go see Dune. I will pay you to go see Dune. Oh, just do it in Adobe. Just make sure you do it. Well, y'all didn't hear any of that just now, did y'all? Okay, so I said, hey, if you're going to tell the episode, that's fine. We can record more than one, but it won't air in the same episode, because if there's more than one funny story, I chop them up so I get more episodes. And I apologize again / formally for taking so long. I wasn't planning on Doom taking over my life like it did, and I have to go hunt down the 8 books and also the possibly, I think, 200 plus page comic book. But also, you should go fucking see Dune, but specifically in Adobe or 3D theater, because, yeah, the sounds. And I will fucking pay you to go see it. Oh my god, it is so good.
It's supposed to be all about. What's...
I only got HBO Max.
Oh, well, fuck you, bastard. You can just sit at home and watch it. But, long story short, Dune is everything Star Wars tries to pretend that it is in the past like 3 movies, but it's actually good. And here's the crazy part. The shit came out in like the 70s or the 80s. So Dune follows the story of a prophesized child, but they don't like to adhere to the stereotypes that come with and cliches that come with that. So not only does he not want to be the quote unquote prophesized...
I've read the book, bro. I've read the book.
Bro,
And
she hasn't. Don't spoil shit. But long story short, this person who's supposed to be the prophesized child, A, doesn't believe it, B, doesn't want to be it. However, they also found out, or they realized because of their special genetics, they can rewrite their own destiny. So they may get a vision or a scene where something is guaranteed to happen, but since they know it's going to happen, they literally are altering the future as they go. So an enemy may look like a friend, or a friend may look like an enemy, and you don't know what's going to happen. They make you think one thing is going to happen, but you don't know because this motherfucker is starting to realize, holy shit, I can rewrite the future. And there's still like 6 or 7 more movies to go.
Our frenemies, even though your aunt fatter than me.
That's funny. All right, with that being said, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Go see fucking Dune.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
Whenever.
I'm doing the podcast tomorrow.